So my name's Mark. I run Inner City Permaculture, which is an urban microfarm about 10 kilometres out from Sydney's CBD. So we're already nailing the seasonal veg and fruit, but we just weren't having like a diverse diet. So we had some protein from eggs, but then we really wanted to explore what other options we could do. Mushrooms is just this amazingly diverse, unexplored territory for growers.
It was Mickey who brought the idea of growing mushrooms to me, but once I grew some for myself, saw how quickly they grew, how beautiful they were and how great they tasted, I was absolutely sold on growing mushrooms and haven't looked back since.
So I really like growing produce at home, and we were living in the city at the time and we didn't have a big backyard to grow vegetables. So I was trying to find a crop or some produce to grow at home that I could grow indoors. And that's what led us on discovering growing gourmet mushrooms.
The key benefits is that the barrier to entry is incredibly low. When you live in a unit, there are limitations around what you can grow. They don't have access necessarily to the space, but the yield of that is just really impressive for the amount of space that you've got.
Flush makes growing mushrooms at home really accessible and really easy. Traditionally, you would have to rig up some sort of grow tent and cobble together different components to try and regulate the humidity and the temperature and those parameters. But this unit allows you to grow species which were really for more advanced growers, and now everyone at home can grow amazingly tasty different gourmet varieties that you just can't find at the supermarket.
Mushrooms are very sensitive to temperature, humidity and carbon dioxide, and especially temperature. If you're not getting the right conditions, they're just not going to start pinning, and so you can do all of the hard work of getting the block to the point of fruiting, but if the conditions aren't right, it's just not going to grow. The flush cabinet is an all-in-one solution, and you can just pop the block in, press the preset and off you go.
Then having this subscription model of bags arriving to your door, it's very familiar. I think it's going to really change and modernise the way that people go about growing their own fresh produce and getting a really nutritional diet out of it. It looks sleek and modern, and it fits and it belongs in a modern kitchen.
As a mushroom farmer, my favourite aspect of the flush is how easy it is to clean. Growing mushrooms, you become extremely good at cleaning if you're doing anything very consistently, as well as it being able to fit seamlessly into your lifestyle. You don't have to sacrifice your other hobbies or be worried about always taking care of it, because Flush is going to take care of the mushrooms for you. So I think it just makes it more accessible for people with busy lives to grow mushrooms. The design of it is really simple, really sleek, and a lot of thought has gone into all of those small elements that become really important when you're growing mushrooms regularly. If you want to just set and forget, you can use the presets and you'll have a great time growing a lot of different types of mushrooms, but they have allowed for that extra capability to program the parameters yourself.
The fact that it's automated is amazing. You could have a look on a Monday and see, oh, I can see that this bag is pinning, and I know that by Thursday we're going to have this awesome flush of mushrooms ready to go for dinner. So it's a good way of like meal planning, sitting on the couch, you just glance over at the unit and you can see them sort of growing. Think, oh yeah, later in the week we're going to be eating this. So it's so cool.
The team at Flush has been able to take all of the challenges and difficulties that people find growing different mushrooms at home and eliminate all of those by creating a unit which is really easy to use, really simplistic. It's easy to clean, it's easy to fill up the water container inside, and it allows you to just focus on eating and growing amazing mushrooms without having to be a mad scientist.
The team at Growlia have been awesome to work with, really passionate about what they're doing, really enthusiastic about it, and also extremely knowledgeable. The design and everything of the unit is super smart. Always been impressed every time we get a new iteration of the cabinet to test. There's been an improvement. There's just this real passion to make something the best it can possibly be, which is something that I really admire, and I really like that approach. Never settling and wanting something to be the ultimate for the end user.